Hello, it's me with Barbalicious. How you doing? So tonight I'm going to prep right now. There's a little line right there. Okay, anyways, I'm just prepping up to get ready because I'm going to barbecue tonight. So I pre-boiled my ribs because I do boil my ribs a little bit. So I got them, and then I'm going to do up some potatoes with onions. I got a bunch of veggies, a bunch of spices going on here. So right now I'm just going to get my meat because I boiled it and cooled it. So now I'm just going to cut it in between the bones. So you can do it like individually, ones like this, or you can do two to it or three, however one you want. I do mine individually just because that's the way I do it. So I just cut here where the bone is. I'm just going to put them in the bowl here, like so. So they're like half cooked already. So then when I get on the barbecue, number one, I've cooked most of the fat out of it, so they won't be, and you see here like how much is, like that's all that needs to be cooked. So I do it so that I don't get flame from the fat from it. And two, it doesn't take as long to cook on the barbecue so they don't get all hard and dried out. Yeah, they're still good and juicy. And of course, I didn't grab a big enough bowl. Leave it to me, winner chicken dinner. So grab a bigger bowl. There we go. Woohoo! Okay, so now to this. I'm adding my seasonings. You can add what you want to do. Some people just marinate it in a sauce. You can do whatever you want. So I'm gonna do Montreal steak spice, just probably like a teaspoon to a tablespoon. I don't know. Like I say before, I just go with it. Dried mustard, sprinkle that in there. I'm gonna add some coriander, something different. I'm gonna try a new spice. So that I'm just gonna go to about a teaspoon. Most of these I do about a tablespoon. Some pepper. Got some onion powder. I'm gonna add marjoram, however you say that. Add a little of that into it. Garlic powder or garlic salt, whatever you want. And a little bit of chili powder. So most of them I added a tablespoon. Chili powder, probably just a teaspoon maybe is maybe what I'm kind of getting here. Okay, and then I'm gonna add just a tad of liquid smoke. You don't need a lot of this because like this goes like a long way. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit, maybe like a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon, because like I said, a little bit goes a long way and I don't want it to be a smoky flavor. I just want it to have that, it's got a bit of a smoke to it. So now I'm just gonna stir it up, and you can already smell the liquid smoke in this. Like, oh, it smells good. So good. So I'll mix this up. So every riblet has got its thing on there. So then I'm just gonna set this aside. I'm gonna wash my hands, set this aside, and I'll come back and show you what more I'm gonna do. Okay, so we're back. I got everything cleaned up here. I've got my potatoes peeled, got my onion here. Just gonna, in my head, figure out what kind of seasoning I want. So first off, I am going to make my tinfoil envelope. This is what I do when I do barbecue, and if I'm gonna do vegetables, if I do my potatoes, I do this out camping, I do this all the time. So I just fold it in half, and I fold these over 3 times at least. That's 1, 2, 3. You have a little envelope, and you can put whatever you want in there, and it won't bust, it will not leak. It is like well, I shouldn't say idiot proof, but it is like, yeah, you don't have to worry. Whatever that is, I don't know that word. I'm not smart like that. So anyways, in the bottom, I'm going to add a bit of butter to it. And then I'm gonna add some garlic to it, just a little bit, not very much. So it'll be like kind of like a roasted potato. So that's what I'm gonna do with that. So now I just cut these up like you would if you're gonna do boiled potatoes. You can leave the skin on if you want. If you want to wash potatoes and leave the skin on, up to you. It's your supper. Do what you want. I peel mine. Not always. I just did today, but when I'm out camping, I don't. I think I leave the skin on most of the time when we're out camping. But just cutting these up here. I'm gonna put them in here, and then I'm gonna add. To this, you can add carrots if you want. You can put mushrooms in here with the potatoes and cook them like that if you want to. I'm just gonna do onion and potato today. I'm gonna roast my vegetables in a different container. So now I'm just gonna take about half of this onion and I'm gonna just do it in big chunks like so. Right. Voila, voici. So I got garlic in there. I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper. I'm gonna add a touch of salt, not too much because of the butter and margarine that I put in there. And I just take this, fold it over a couple times. And there you have your cute little, gorgeous little package of yummy deliciousness. So now, with my vegetables, I'm going to use this. I'm going to cook my vegetables and that. And usually, like, you know, when you open up your barbecue and you have that top rack up top, I put this up there and I cook my vegetables there until my meat's almost done, and then I'll move it down to the bottom closer to the heat and then get the brownness of it. But I tend to cook it up top there for a little bit. So to this beautiful rack here, you can put parchment paper on the bottom of it if you want, if you wanted to do like a sauce. Otherwise, you know, you'll lose it all. So, but for right now, I'm just going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to add my vegetables and just cook them like that. So I'm just going to take the big old mushroom, throw it in there. And I got these here. I'm going to try cooking them. The cauliflorini.
Can't say it, but that's what it is.
And it says, because I've never cooked this before, I don't know how to cook it, but it says that you're supposed to cook it in a bit of water and it's going to turn a bright green. Then you take it out and then you cook it however you want to cook it. So I am going to steam it like it says to do, and then I'll put it in here and cook it in here and try a new vegetable, right? I'm always saying, you know, you gotta try new things, so let's try this vegetable and see what happens. So I'm gonna add a couple Brussels sprouts to these vegetables too. So I just cut the bottoms off and just cut them in half, throw them in. Cut the bottoms off so you can get rid of the I really, really, really like Brussels sprouts. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. I cook Brussels sprouts lots. I put Brussels sprouts in my salad. I do Brussels sprouts in my vegetables all the time. I roast them, fry them, boil them. I don't really care for boiled Brussels sprouts, but, you know, whatever. Well, I should say boiled, steamed. Steam them up. So I'm going to add the Brussels sprouts. Get rid of that. I got a bit of asparagus because I had asparagus the other night. So I'm going to add that to it too. So I'll just cut off a bit of the ends. Put the asparagus, so they're kind of on top of the vegetables because asparagus won't take long to cook. The Brussels sprouts will take the longest, and then mushrooms, of course. But so I'm just gonna lay the asparagus on top, so that way it'll cook evenly. And so that's all my vegetables. I gotta add these here too, but I'm gonna start a pot over there and steam them up and see what happens with them. And then also right now, I'm gonna do my tomatoes and cheese because I like that. So this is all prepped stuff for supper. So I've done it earlier on in the afternoon because all this stuff can sit. It's not gonna go bad if you let it sit for a bit. And that way when it's time to eat, you just gotta fire up the barbecue and away you go. And it's just saving yourself a bit of steps when you got, I shouldn't say when you have nothing to do in the afternoon, but when you got a little bit more time in the afternoon or something, you can do a bit of prepping and have it all ready. So that way when you wanna do it, away you go. I got some cheeses here that I'm gonna put with this too. I got some mozzarella cheese here. And just throw that down. Throw a couple of the spicy cheese. I think I'll only do one. With the spicy cheese that we find not spicy anymore. When we first started buying this cheese, it was like, oh, your mouth was on fire. It was so crazy hot. But I think we've just started getting used to it. Now we don't find it as spicy. I want to add more Brussels sprouts. So I'm just going to add more Brussels sprouts to my veggies, and I'm going to get water boiling on the other side to steam these things, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm back. I got my water here steamed. It's boiling. I'm going to add a bit of salt to the water. And then I'm going to add these things and see how bright green they turn. See what they do in here. I'll put the lid back on.
See what happens and go watch it. See what happens. Fight it.
It says 1 to 2 minutes, so let's see. I got it on high boil. Oh yeah, you can see it's turning really green. Holy cow. Pretty. Very pretty. Wow, it looks very, very pretty. So I just turned it off. Grab it with tongs here. Oh wow. It's very pretty. Even the little floret things turning green. That's kind of cool. I'm just going to flip it over here. You see those things turn green, the stems are a bright, bright green. That is so, so cool. So I got my vegetables here. I lined it with a parchment paper because I decided I was going to do a sauce, and then I added some peppers to it too. So now I'm just going to add these cauliflories, or however you can say it. It's just like that one time when we were planning a trip to looking at airlines and stuff and trying to get a package deal, and we're all looking for things, and we're going through how do you say it? All the different, I can't even speak because I can't think. Anyways, I have problems seeing words. So, and then the one I'm like, oh, we should go through Travelocity, and they're like, Travelocity, and I'm like, oh yeah, Travelocity, they got some really good deals on there. And then my girlfriend's like, Barb, that's Travelocity, and I was like, oh, okay, well, let's go through that place. So I'm gonna add this sweet red Thai chili. I like this. I use it with chicken, I use it with pork, I use it like veggies. I do a bunch of stuff with it, but I've never really tried it on vegetables, so I thought, why not? So I'm just going to add a bit of it to it. And this is why I lined it with the parchment paper, because I don't want to lose my sauce, right? So I throw in a little bit of that. And then I'm going to add just a tad of hot sauce. Like that much. Like not even a teaspoon, because I am not a spicy person. But I got to experiment, right? Got to try new things. I'm just going to stir this up, and I've got everything ready. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. We're not going to be eating until like 6:30ish, but I'm prepped and ready. I just got to do my dishes and I'm good to go. So when I go to put everything on the barbecue, I'll show you what all that is like and cooking it, and then I'll show you how I'm going to finish off my spare ribs, because I'm going to do some in barbecue them up, but I still have some of the honey garlic sauce left over from last night when I did the trout. So I'm going to do some of them in honey garlic. I'm going to do some in the barbecue sauce, and that'll be that. That will be my spare ribs. And then I got my potatoes and I got my veggies, so we're good to go. Yay! And I even got like fresh homemade buns that I made today, so maybe we can throw a bun in there too. So anyways, I'll come back to you later on when we're ready to put everything on the barbecue. Bye-bye! Okay, so here I am outside barbecuing. I just started my barbecue. And while it is heating up, so I can scrape it, I'll put my potatoes on now. So they take about 15-20 minutes. And then I'll come back outside, putting this stuff on the barbecue. It's nice and warm out here. I'm standing in front of the fire. Standing in front of the barbecue, but it's so cold out here. So I'm gonna put the vegetables down here for a little bit to start them cooking. My potatoes are here. Got the big blue happening. My meat here, so I'm just gonna put my meat on the grill right here and continue on cooking. So I'm out here checking on everything, and right now I can smell my potatoes, so I know they are cooked. So I'm gonna take them from here and put them up here. So they're finished being up there. I'm gonna move my veggies over, like so. I'm gonna flip my meat around, as you can see, they're cooking beautifully. Beautifully. I'm not very good at holding the camera this way, so bear with me. I'm gonna suck now for a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna flip these over. Oh God, it's freaking cold out here. Like that. Let's see how they're nice and getting all crisped up, and they look so good. This one I'll do more with the heater so it'll cook better. I'm going to give this a little tossy toss here. Just so I can feel them. Everything's so raw in here. It'll still take a bit of time to cook and cook. Over the heat, and they'll be fine. And I've got my bowl here for my meat and everything set up, so I'll continue on cooking this, and then we'll get that meat cooking beautifully. Just gonna give it another toss here. So yummy vegetables. Along good. Putting the parchment paper underneath might have been a bit of a mistake, because they're not getting as much heat as I'd like. But I keep plucking away at them. So my meat is pretty much crushed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on top here. Almost lost the piece. Still almost gained a piece. So I'm just going to pound my meat up top here. Like so. And I'm going to move the vegetables over to this side, because this side seems to be a little bit more hot. And I'm going to move my meat over here. This side doesn't seem to be as warm. Which is fine, because these are cooked. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to turn this side kind of almost there off, so that way they won't get any more heat on this. And then I'll just keep it on this side. Just cooking my vegetables. Okay, back out here again, checking on things. My vegetables are coming along very nicely. My meat is beautiful. I'm just going to start putting some barbecue sauce on some pieces. Like I said, I'm only going to do some pieces of barbecue sauce, and then the other ones I'm going to do honey garlic. do. I'll do 3, 4, 5 with honey garlic, and I'm doing 6, 7 with barbecue. So this is what I do, is I just barbecue them up. Lots and lots. Saturate them. So, that was a big word I used, saturated. So exciting for me. I'm just going to give these a little flip. Get the barbecue sauce on the other side. And I'm just using, for today, for the barbecue sauce, because usually I make my own or I combine with a bunch of different kinds of flavors. But I'm just using today's the Kraft chicken and rib barbecue sauce. Instead of usually I make my own. But not today. So now I'm just going to take them because I want them to be barbecue saucy. I don't want them to be dried out or cooked off. So I take them off now and I'm going to put them in the bowl. Like so. I'm going to take these ones off. So first, let me rearrange this. Yeah, I'm going to take the potatoes, put them there. And I'm going to put these on top of the potatoes so they don't get mixed in with barbecue sauce. So then they'll have just honey garlic sauce on them, not barbecue sauce and honey garlic sauce. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to go inside and sauce those up, and then I'm going to come back out and get my vegetables because I'm going to give my vegetables a little bit more time to cook. So we'll come back in a few minutes. Cold out here. Cold, cold, cold. But anyways, come back out here to grab my vegetables because they are cooked. I'm on my little sheet here that I have. Oh wow, that didn't turn out very good. Okay, and then we're going to shut everything down. Turn it all down. Go inside. And I'll plate it up and show you what it looks like.